say what's up. Yo, you see that camera right there? Look, got my dog with me. Alright, bro. What's good, y'all? How are we doing? Oh shoot. Hope y'all doing good. I'm doing great today. Not working today, but gonna maintain peak productivity. So here we are on the charts. What I'm gonna do this video is a little different from my other videos, and I'm just gonna really just back test some of the markets going previously to, let's say, 2022, 2023, earlier days, just to go over the charts, go over market analysis, and I guess you get to get some insight on how I look at the markets, how I trade. So yeah, let's get right to it. Let's see. The first thing I'm looking at, I'll just show you all what I'm looking at right now. I did get in a trade last night on EJ, expecting this bullish move, but I got out after seeing a potential downward move after, well, not after, but just seeing how prices maintained below this area and possibly establishing a lower high after this lower high. So kind of like that lower high and then lower high. So this dog trying to get out. Bye. But yeah, that's why I got out. But yeah, that's besides the point. I'm probably gonna just analyze on UJ or back test on UJ. So let's go back. I'm not even going like, let's go into weekly. Go like just crazy random. That's all the way 2020. Let's go somewhere. Let's get a good point. Okay. All right. Let's just start off completely clean. I hope this recording doesn't stop because the storage is horrible. Let's go back even more. This is just, I'm too close to this other stuff. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. Let's go. This is from a weekly standpoint. Let's do. Okay, let's just like start over here. I know I did a little over. It's just in the way of all this stuff. It's just. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use a different market. F this. Let's do. How far did I go? Let's do GJ because I was analyzing on EJ earlier today. Let's go like. All right, bet. Let's get straight to it. It's still recording, so we're looking good. All right. So obviously looking at this, we are in a bullish market. And why do we know that? Because we're looking at the trend. Overall on the weekly, we have this bullish push, obviously. Just look at it. Understand that when it comes to analyzing the charts, a large part of it is just looking at it. Like, trade what you see. So we're still bullish, and how do we know that? We're maintaining higher lows and higher highs. You have a higher low, higher low overall when you look at this, and higher highs. So these are the highs that we're experiencing within this moment, and these are the lows, and we have to experience these lows to get the next high. So that's just basic market structure right there, and how we identify the trend that we're in. We're just looking at those components that basically build up the trend. So from a bullish standpoint, that's what we're looking at. And on the daily, if we were to look right here, so first of all, I'm going to start drawing support and resistance areas. So areas that price has previously respected in the past and pretty much respecting as of now. So we're gonna go on the weekly for that. I like to go on the larger time frames to get the overall area of support and resistance that it respects the most. So I'm gonna kind of come around here and get the average area that price has respected multiple times. So I think this would be a good point. I'm gonna go. Let's go here around there. Tap, 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 and came back over again. I don't like too many support and resistance zones, as it kind of gets my chart a little flooded with lines. So that's pretty much good. Just overall support and resistance, just to know where we are on the grand scheme of things. So that's what we have there. Then I'm going to really break down and look at market structure itself. So we've already identified these higher highs and higher lows, but on the daily, we're going to look at the most recent price when it comes to higher highs and higher lows. We already see this, excuse me, has been established, but now we're looking over here at recent price. We see this higher low, and we're currently potentially experiencing another one. But we are back, and I hope this thing is recording, because I'm just going to continue to go about what I'm looking at this current condition. So, like I was saying earlier, we are in a bullish condition, and based on the most recent price that we're seeing, we noticed this higher low. But right here, we would just need to experience more candles and more data in order to extrapolate or take advantage of what we're currently seeing in the moment. Because there's not much here and not much that we're seeing right now that would lead me to take a trade at all. I could go down to the smaller time frames, look at more data, see what we have here. First thing I notice is, like I said earlier, potential higher low right here. That was terrible. Potential though, nothing really concrete. So I'm just going to take a step back and wait, and see what price will give us. So I'm going to continue to allow price to move. And here we go. We have a major bearish move, breaking below this low, right? So I noticed that that's the first thing we see. This is way cleaner on the daily. Looking at this from an overall standpoint, we now just notice the importance of patience, right? Because I could have easily looked at this bullish candle right here and could have just gotten longs right there like this. Could have easily had stop loss right here and TP all the way up there. And I would have got my junk clap. And that's just the importance of patience. Like I said, this was a potential higher low, but nothing was certain yet. We still had to have some break of structure, some more data in order for us to get into a trade, in order for us to be certain that this was a full-on bullish move. And that's just the power of patience. So that's what we got. And we got a shift in market structure as we noticed that price closed below this low right here. I would count this entire zone as just something that we can look at, something that was broken based on this completely bearish candle. But notice this, we had a rejection here. So this rejection is major. Looking on the daily time frame, this pretty much is a double bottom. A double bottom is basically an area of support which price has hit twice, like such, boom, boom, and now we're reversing to the upside. Now, immediately you might be thinking, okay, he's wrong. Like he said that we're in the selling market. He said that we broke structure. Something's not right. He's not right because look, this is obviously bullish. Okay, that's cool and all, and then did respect this area as if it was an area of support. Now, I will say on the higher time frames, this is still bullish. This is still more of a bullish situation. But looking on the daily, I mean, you see on the weekly, oh, wow. See on the weekly here, this is, looks like it's broken here. So, I mean, we're still going to have to wait for this one. Overall, it's still more so bullish based on the previous activity that we've had. But it looks like we're slowly experiencing a break of structure. being that it's coming down to the downside if it does continue to keep breaking areas of support like this. And then if the weekly closes like this is clearly more of a bearish market, that being that it closed below this previous low. So I'm trying to get better at explaining things, but that's just how I look at it. So let me go down to the 4 hour again. So we're noticing that on the 4 hour, I do notice that price broke above this previous area of price, but I'm still gonna wait. I'm still personally, that's how I am. I'll still wait. I would need to see a break above this area of price because this was our previous high. So I need to get some sort of break of structure on the higher time frames for me to be certain that we're going long, because on the higher time frames, it looks more bearish as of right now. So let's just wait. Wait. Patience, patience, patience. And there we go. Like I said, we would have to wait for a high to be taken in order for me to be certain for longs. But this is the power of patience. We waited, and now this is more of a lower high again. Look at it on the higher time frames. The higher time frames, I realize, are extremely important for you to back up and really view everything from, let's say, a bird's eye view, because everything is so clear and you don't have so much data that you would receive on the smaller time frames, that you can just see the overall picture. This is a lower high on the higher time frames. You don't want to get yourself so caught up in the lower time frames that you're missing the overall picture. This is a pattern right here. This is a head and shoulders, indicating that we are in a bearish market right now. So that is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that's just the power of patience again on display. So we noticed that it broke below these lows, was coming to the downside. Now, next thing I'm going to be looking for, and I'm sorry for switching over multiple times in time frames, but I'm going to be looking for a break of this support, right? So this double bottom that price had established earlier, I'm going to wait to see if price can break that. And once it breaks that, that means that we have a break of structure. This is a structure area that has been respected multiple times, like twice, two major times on the higher time frames, meaning that this is a very key area. So if we could break that, that would be huge in showing us that we are now in a bearish market. So we're just going to have to wait and see what it does. And what did it do? What did it do? Patience, patience, patience. It broke. It broke the area of support. So now we are officially in that bearish market. Looking on the weekly. Now this is not correlated, right? Because this is in hindsight. But let's just stick to the daily time frame. It looks like the weekly reversed, but this is where we are right now. This is bearish. We broke structure. So right now we're bearish. Now, if I were to look for some sort of trade, I would need at least, and I talked about this in my other videos, I need at least a pullback to this previous area. This is just something that commonly traders do, myself included. And this is basically it just retracting back to where it was before, basically tracing its own footsteps, where it was at before, just to test it. We need this area to be tested before we're certain that we're going to get that move. I need at least, that's what we call a pullback before the actual move, before I actually get in. And that pullback just kind of gives me that extra confirmation that we're in this downtrend, or that we're going to continue going to the downside. It's just that check that we need before taking that trade, also known as a break and retest. So that's something I would need. Looks like we may not get that. We may or may not get that, but yeah, that junk kept going. Golly. Oh, hold on. Did we get it? Did we get it? Okay. Hold on. Somebody call me. So going back to the daily time frame, guys, what did I say? The first thing I looked at, support and resistance. Look at this. This is a major area of resistance that we pointed out earlier. And what did price do? It respected it. First of all, we have this doji type of candle confirmation or candle formation on the daily, meaning that it respected it, showing that it's going to potentially reverse. And that's exactly what it did. It reversed to the upside. And where did it come back to? That area of support. So this is just beautiful price action and just showing you just all facets of trading. You have to combine everything, and combining everything gives you a clear and concise picture of what's going on. You got to pay attention to candle confirmations, market structure, how certain things are formed, either higher highs, higher lows. Lows are being broken, highs are being broken. You want to pay attention to, I think I say candles, support and resistance on the higher time frames, support and resistance on the lower time frames. Everything is key. I mean, you can have a support and resistance where it is now, but look, sometimes you can draw it out and it'll be respected previously. I mean, look at these touches, y'all. Like, writing is just, for me, it's just art. I mean, it makes so much sense when you just take your time, really analyze and seeing the overall picture, seeing what's going on and taking advantage of what the market gives you. So now what I'm going to be doing is waiting for how, just to see how it reacts to this point. So I'm not in the buying zone, I'm not in the selling zone. Despite this coming back up, I'm still not going to buy, because what would I need to see in order to buy? I would need to see a higher low of some sort. I need to see a break. At least that's the at least thing I got to see, that minimal for me to get in a buy. And then we need to see some break of structure, break of these highs, something like that in order for me to get in a buy. But it's still below this area, so I'm still chilling. And I'm not even going to sell as well, because I would need to see a rejection of this area of previous support in order for me to sell to the downside. And let's see just what it does. Okay. So currently we have this higher low, as we can see on the 4 hour, higher low, and then we're getting some bullish activity. Let's look on the daily time frames. It's important to keep shifting your time frames. Now that's cool and all. It did display some bullish activity, but notice that we still are below this area of previous support. And not only that, this is still below this high. So I'm not fully, I'll say this. Depending on the trader, you could have definitely taken advantage of this move to get into a short-term move somewhere up here. But long-term, I would need this break of structure, this break of this previous high in order for me to continue going long. Right here, where it is right now, it's still below this previous area of resistance, and it's still below this high. So I'm not fully certain that we're bullish at this point. I'm still going to be waiting and waiting and waiting for me to get some confirmation, whether to go to the upside or whether to go to the downside. And keep in mind, there are many moves that you could have taken. You could have taken this move to the upside. That is definitely a move you could have taken, understanding that where you are on the overall market, this is a key area of support, resistance. You're looking at candle confirmations. I haven't really gone to the smaller time frames on this video, but you could have taken advantage of this, noticing how, first of all, it was bearish, breaking lows, but then what did it do? Come back up, and it had this higher low. So now we're bullish. You see these candles. This is a completely bullish candle. Beautiful, close above this price. I would have got in. That's definitely an opportunity that you could have taken. This is an opportunity that you could have taken. So I'm just really more so going over just structure in general rather than entries, but those are definitely some key opportunities that you could have taken. So now that we're here, I would need to wait and see what price does. So look at that. Look at that. So like I said, we're still below this high, meaning that this could be a potential lower high, a potential another lower high. And that's where we got this rejection of this previous area of support that I mentioned earlier. And now we're coming down. Now we're stopping at this previous area of resistance. So now this is looking more of a ranging situation. And a ranging situation is where we have resistance and we have support. And price isn't really going anywhere directionally. It's just maintaining within this point or like that. That's what we're getting right here on the higher time frames. That's pretty much what we're seeing where we pay attention to the picture. It's just the basics. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Not really going outside of it, at least as of right here. Bounce to the upside, bounce to the downside. So we're still in this range. Ranging conditions. Ranging conditions. I don't trade in ranging conditions. Everybody's different, but me, I'm just not that type of trader. I will wait for a breakout, either to the upside or the downside, to get into some sort of entry. And what does it do? Let's see. Still not really breaking above. Now we got some bullish activity, but look at this. Major bearish candles. So we're still not bullish. That's not really a break. I would need to see at least like 2 strong bullish candles for me to be confident in this break. But then we got this major bearish candle closing below all of this data. So I'm still not confident in that. And look at what we got. Break of structure. It broke this previous area of resistance that it was respecting. This long-term area of support that we've been looking at for a while. It's respecting the upper side of it, using it as an area of resistance, meaning that it just broke below it and came back up. Potential being a break and retest type of setup. Break and retest looks like this. Break, retest to the downside. So right now I'm completely bearish. And why am I bearish? We have this long-term area of resistance. We let price cook a little bit. Let price cook, break previous area of support. Now playing as an area of resistance. We're seeing rejections. We've seen rejections all up here. Overall, we're down on a downtrend. We can look at the lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Those are what I'm really paying attention to at this point, but we do have this break of support. So that is beautiful. Now I'm going to scale down, and this is definitely a potential entry point that we could have, or we can get if we short this and potentially have our stop loss somewhere up here. And if it continues to respect this area of resistance, we can get a move at least to where price was before. Notice that many times the market will reach a point and will just do a bunch of BS just to come right back to that point. The market a lot of times likes to trace its footsteps. I'll say it that way. It likes to come back to where it was previously. So we can just see how it formulates within this point. I'm switching back and forth again. I constantly do that. That's just how I am when I'm making my analysis. But let's just see how it does. So this is what we got. So we did get the move. We did get this bearish move. It didn't quite reach this point exactly to a T. And what did we get? We got a higher low right here and then a higher low right here. But let's just see if this top area or this area of resistance maintains respecting. That is key. We have to see that. And if it breaks that, then now we're more so in a bullish condition. And that's what we got. We got this break. So I'm going back to the daily time frame. We got this break. So I am more bullish at this point. What I would do is wait for same thing, break and retest, wait for these highs. Now, if it breaks this high right here, which is the major high at this point, then I would be looking to go further to the upside. But right now, we just got this small term break right here. I would just target something not too far away, just the next high right here. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So like I said, target these next highs, and it doesn't look like that on the daily time frame, but we scale down to the smaller time frames. That's exactly what we got. We got this retest, didn't quite hit all the way down here, but we got that retest, and it did exactly that. And what did it do? It respected this area of resistance. Again, it didn't break it. Like I said, if it were to break this point, then we're more so bullish, but it's still maintaining structure. Notice that all of this is an umbrella, just a big old umbrella. And we just cannot, we just failing over and over again to break above it. So this is still being respected. The integrity is extremely strong, meaning that every time it comes back up to it, it's just going to keep rejecting. First thing I notice is this candle. Look at the exhaustion on the upper end of that. That exhaustion means that buyers took it all the way up and sellers took control and brought it all the way back down, meaning that this is a major selling market right now, meaning that sell, especially when we have barely any wick on the downside. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm taking that. I know Q Banks, he calls that a sexy candle. That's like immediately get in. And what did we get? We got a move back to the downside. And what did it do? Trace his footsteps back to where it was previously. Now let's see if it can hit this point that we were trying to aim at previously. Nope, it did not. It did not. It did not. Now we have this higher low right here. Now, like I said earlier, when we reach a higher low, that is major confirmation that we could potentially be moving to the upside. That is one of the first keys that I would need to see in order for potential shift. But understand that we still have this umbrella. So if it still respects this, we're still bearish overall. But this is a clue that we could be pushing to the upside. So you could definitely look at a move, but like I said earlier, a temporary move, aiming at these highs first. Now, but if it breaks above, then we're bullish. So now we're bullish. Man, it's the same stuff over and over and over again. Now we're bullish. Kind of to wrap this video because I don't even know if this thing is still recording. I think it is, but the storage on this computer is horrible. So let's see if it breaks. Or it already broke. Let's see if it comes down and continues to the upside because that's what I'm expecting. That jump pushing. Cook. Nope, it didn't do that. In this scenario, we have this area of resistance or just a key zone, right? Key zone on the higher time frame, which price respected. It did make that bullish move to the upside, but what did it do? It came back down and created a lower high rather than the higher low that we were going to expect to come to the upside. And that happens. Many times you can create a bias, you can have an expectation, but that doesn't mean the market is going to do exactly what you expect. Going to the smaller time frames, we can look at this. We notice the lower highs, lower lows, which is expected because we were expecting price to come down here. But man, we can go so much further into this, so much further. But what I would do is I would go down to the smaller time frames, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, and try to see if we can get this bullish move. And see certain signs that would represent something that would go to the bullish side, that would go to the upside. So first thing I noticed is this area of resistance. What did it do? It broke, came up here, created a higher low. But like I was mentioning earlier, we have an umbrella right here. So price created this umbrella, and now we're just going to have to wait and see if we can break above it. What that really means is that we have a break of structure. A break of structure is everything. So if we don't get a break of the structure or the break of the umbrella, then we're bearish right now. And that's what happened. Price respected it. And this is pretty much a lower high. Came down here. Respect. Internal area of resistance. And also a lower high, being this entire area, being that it was lower than this high. And then what did it do? It kept going to the downside. So if it doesn't break the umbrella, always remember that if it doesn't break the umbrella, it's going to keep going down and it's going to keep respecting this until it breaks the umbrella. Once it breaks the umbrella, then we're going to the other side. But I'm gonna end it right here. This is my first time doing a little like breakdown explanation of what I'm looking at in this scenario in this fashion. Let me know if y'all like it. Can I put on my camera though? Can I put on my camera? Let's see. I'll do it like this. Let's do that. I hope it's on. Damn, my joint effed up right now. But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching the video. If you liked it, let me know. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Simple. Simple.